Hello and welcome to a review of set 40574 LEGO Brand Store. If you're new, please make sure to subscribe. This set contains 541 pieces and retails for £31 or $35, I believe. And I believe it came out early 2023, I think March time 2023. So it's been out for about a year by the time I've actually managed to get around to reviewing this. So starting off with the front, you have the LEGO logo along with all the information. I did buy this in America, so that is why it does have the piece number. So it has been quite a long time since I've had this set, but just haven't had time to build it. And then you have a render of the set along with the two minifigures as well. Moving on to the back of the box, you can see the store in a different light, as in when it's compacted, as it does fold out, so a pretty nice little detail there, along with some little bits of detail inside. So you've got the pick-a-brick, the Lego sets, and the counter. This did actually come out in 2022, not 2023. I did just get my dates slightly muddled up. So to get into this box, it is going to be tape tabs, which is quite good. So let's get in and see what's inside. So you do actually have quite a lot inside the box. You have 7 bags numbered 1 to 4. So you've got quite a few of the little ones. You have the instruction manual, and unfortunately for me, I've got quite a crumpled sticker sheet. So I'm going to try and flatten that out before I actually use it. And a pretty well not crumpled sticker sheet. So let's get this built up and I'll show you what it's like in a second. We're going to try and flatten the sticker sheets out by putting them under a pile of set 75312. So hopefully that works all right. Okay, so the set is now all built up, so let's have a minifigures and then look at the set as a whole. So you get 2 pretty basic minifigures in this set. So starting off with the kid, if the camera focuses, you can see some lovely dark tan shorts or trousers. They're not the flexible movable ones, unfortunately. They are just the solid in place ones. You have some pretty good, it's a really cool torso, really good printing with the sweater and a little bit of back printing there. The face is quite bland, there's no jewel printing on that, and you get the typical orange haircut as well. So the other minifigure is the mother, and these is a very bold trouser colour. You don't often see them in this colour, so it's really nice to see them in this set. Another lovely torso print with a nice bit of back printing as well, and then you get the generic face print with no, you find this when you do get reverse printing if the camera focuses, so it's pretty decent, and you get the typical black ponytail hairpiece. So moving on to the general set, looking at it from the front, it will fit very nicely into like a small street scene, which is really quite good and what you do want from this sort of set. However, it does have other playability features which may restrict that to some degree. So you can actually open it up, as you can see here, so that could restrict it if you did have it on a full display, but you could probably modify it so it's actually just a larger Lego store, which is a pretty cool detail. So now let's go through the front and work our way through the rest of the store. So starting off with the front, you have the pretty basic street or the sidewalk, which is just some tiles along with these plant pots. These are really quite cool, a nice little bit of detail, and then you have the 2 windows there. So you got the typical 2x4 red brick shown in that window, and you got some Lego sets on display in this window. And moving up, you have a train and a castle, but more on that shortly. For the door, it is just your typical transparent door. They have used a black 1x1 rather than the round 1x1, which is a nice little detail, and that opens up quite simply. So moving inside the set, you have quite a nice lot of detail going on in here. You have the checkouts, you have one of the smaller display stands, so you see them on the round in the Lego store, so you have like the keychains and just these smaller sets on there. So that is what this is here, and you can actually take that out quite easily to have a look. So these are all stickers on the side, so you've got some pretty good, you've got a city set and a creator set on there. And if you just put that to the side, you can see inside all the sets on display. So you've got Technic at the top, Ideas, Creator, and then Lego Friends moving down. And then for the back of the checkout, you have a lovely, it's unfortunately it's a sticker, but a sticker piece as well. And the checkout is pretty good. How they have in way changed now, they don't actually have tills, they just use just a mobile app, and you do have somewhere you can stand a minifigure on at the back. So moving on to this first small little accessory room, you have pick-a-brick, and the way they've done pick-a-brick in all these Lego stores generally doesn't change at all. It's really quite good. It's a 1x1 round colour stud with a 1x1 transparent stud on top, which makes it nice and smooth and gives a really good finish. And you do have the build a minifigure station here as well, which is a really nice little detail to add. On the other side, you have no sets on display. However, it's more of a photo opportunity in that respect, as you can have the kid stand behind the either giraffe or the tiger. So I've demonstrated this by putting the kid minifigure in there, and then you can get the photo, which is quite a cool little addition to add to the set. And you have some lovely stickers on the side. I think they might be slightly wonky as these stickers were a bit creased. So moving on upstairs, you do have a ladder for accessibility reasons. You can just quite easily disconnect that if you don't want it, as it doesn't add that little bit of playability, allowing the minifigure to climb up there. So moving on up, you have the general, like, where you can just play with all the bricks. So if you take off this green top, you can actually see these little 1x1 studs in there, which do just make it look like there are pieces in there. Moving on to the left, you have the minifigure factory. So that is a relatively new addition to most Lego stores. So you can have you can print your own thing on the torsos, and it's just a lovely little addition, and you get a nice little name brick as well. And on the other side, you have a few more sets. You have some Ninjago, some City, and Lego Duplo sets. And I mentioned this at the start, you have the train and the castle. These are really quite cool. These are like the little mini builds you would see in an advent calendar. The train is probably my favourite, as it's just an iconic set for Lego, but the way they've managed to do the castle is really quite good as well. So this is what the set looks like from the back perspective. You can see inside the windows, which is really quite a cool little detail, and you can see fully into the store, which is really quite good. The sides, you have these sticker pieces as well, along with just the bland white walls, which is pretty good little details, as it just makes the sides look slightly better rather than it all just being a blank slate. And the final bit on the front, you have the typical Lego logo. Unfortunately, it is a sticker. It would be really good if they did print this, as it's quite an iconic piece for every Lego store. So that's going to be it for this video. If you're new, please make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.